Thursday. I want to go now to Hamburg, Germany, where Dr. Ralf Reiches joins me. He is a professor of epidemiology at the University of Applied Sciences in Hamburg. And I want to thank you for joining us yet again. What's alarming about this caseload is it just continues to rise, or it's stabilized at a very high level each and every day. Do you see any relief in sight for this trend? Are the restrictions in place right now going to be enough?
First of all, good morning from Hamburg. Yes, you are right. The case numbers, daily reported case numbers are pretty high constantly at the moment. And as the laboratories at the moment are at their limits, it's difficult to say if how complete these reports are. We see some the measures have been in place or starting to become in place even stronger in some federal states in today and over the coming days, and already in some hard hit states you can see leveling off levels or even slow decline, but it's very, very difficult to say at the moment because the levels are pretty high.
And in the meantime, the hospital systems are buckling already with very little spare capacity in intensive care, if any.
Exactly. There are regional differences in the south and especially southeast of the country. The hospitals are overcrowded and patients have been flown out to other parts of the country to be cared in hospitals where still capacity is available.
Yeah, they're in crisis mode for sure. I mean, you're saying that you expect that in Germany and perhaps elsewhere in Europe as well, given how high the infection rate is right now, that anyone who is unvaccinated will likely get COVID now, that it's inevitable. What makes you say that?
The high infectious pressure at the moment, so with lots and lots of people being infected at the moment, will make it almost inevitable for most people, not for everybody, but for most people, to also contract the COVID or an infection of this, due to the fact that you have to be in contact in some way, and therefore in schools, in various other settings at work, the numbers are proving to go up very high, and so it looks very much like that this idea is going to be reality.
Yeah, that you actually believe that most people that are unvaccinated will indeed get COVID. I want to ask you, the new variant now, Omicron, is potentially going to complicate things, right? I mean, we are hearing from South African authorities that perhaps this could be maybe twice as contagious as the Delta variant. How would that affect Europe? Especially it seems to be taking off so quickly in South Africa already.
Yes, it would hit us, if it's coming now, it will hit us at a very bad moment, because we're really struggling with the Delta variant at the moment. And if this new variant is going to be even more contagious, the situation is going to in somehow worsen with the figures of infected, but we still don't know how strong the clinical impact will be. So most of the reports we hear from South Africa are about mild disease. So if this is going to be the case, it's not going to be that bad. If it's as severe as the Delta variant, the situation is going to worsen.
When you're doing your research and you're looking at the trends, in Germany at least, where did everything go wrong, in the sense that for so many months we were used to hearing the fact that Germany had been handling it well? It just seems that it's inevitable that you guys are going to go through an incredibly punishing wave once again.
Yes, there are lots of factors which are influencing this. First of all, the vaccination rate is too low. It's increasing now. So with booster vaccines and more unvaccinated are getting vaccinated at the moment. Yesterday, about 1 million vaccine doses were applied. But at the same time, we had a long period over the summer where not much really happened, because we had general elections and so on. And there is a general fatigue about the pandemic. People are really fed up and wanted to forget it until the problem really came back with this big wave. So nobody can forget it. People are more aware of it now, and I'm more hopeful that things will turn to the better in the near future.
Yeah, and I will note 1 million vaccinations in the space of 24 hours. That is a lot of vaccinations, and we continue to hope that that program goes well. Dr. Ralf Reiches there for us in Hamburg. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
And we will be right back with more news in a moment.